how did he know my name? And why was he out here creeping around my camp? I realized whoever this was had been following me. Not just tonight, but the last several nights. Long enough to have followed me all the way out to the trail and into the forest, which explains why he didn't look like a backpacker at all. He'd likely been trailing behind far enough that I'd never notice him, and then would walk around at night looking for me when he thought I'd be asleep. The man was still smiling and walking closer as everything came together in my head in just those few seconds. He said my name again, this time saying it as if confused why I was acting so scared. I backed up and grabbed my bag. The man's face fell flat, and he asked what I was doing, now in a monotone voice. I didn't answer, strapping my backpack on and moving toward the trail. He said my name one more time in an aggressive yell before his footsteps started getting quicker. I bolted down the trail, keeping my light off to try and lose him. But thankfully, he didn't seem to try and chase for very long, running on the trail behind me for 15 seconds, but never really leaving the campsite. I walked through the entire night and used my satellite emergency phone to contact authorities while I tried to get as far away as possible, eventually meeting a park ranger several miles away from the camp I stayed at on the first night. I got out safely after that, but they never found the guy out there. He didn't have a car at the trailhead and no reservations. However, for him to get out of that forest unseen, he would have had to hike off-trail probably for dozens of miles in the right direction. And in a forest like that with almost no gear, that's incredibly difficult and honestly unlikely to survive, even for an experienced backpacker, let alone for some random stalker who followed me out there and likely had no real backpacking experience. But given that I still have no idea who he is, other than someone that I'd seen sometime before, it's terrifying knowing that if he did make it out, then he could still be watching me. Who knows?